position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wildcats offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right. David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And Paul
picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite. On the road, and you make a big mistake early.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump. But that interception was like giving every single fan here in the stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
Gonna run it. It's driving. Fights off the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Alabama quickly back to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll keep it himself. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. The 50.
How about the big defensive linemen showing off them sweet feet? Great job scooping up the football. They cause a fumble. The big man scoops up. And you know what? You can't even tell the difference. Is that a tailback or is that a defensive lineman? That's how athletic defensive linemen are. Don't look at me like that, Jesse.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Finding an escape route. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Catch in the middle, it's Lindsey. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that point.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get...
Touchdown, Kentucky! They put their first points on the board. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That fumble in crust territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch at the 30. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Breaks into the open. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide.
Fires one high and deep. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target.
He's loose on the right. Tag. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Bringing the heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run, and then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Now the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Riggs. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Oh, he's got some space. Running through contact. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Might as well give it to him again. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He'll do it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it! And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets them up. 1st and 10 from the 36. They're going to run it. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not a lot going on there, picked up a couple.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Makes the grab. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, that's That's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the school.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's driving. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. That's caught. It's driving. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the gun, the inside give. At the 45 on his way. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. No huddle offense to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. They won't let him in. He had a nose for the end zone, but he will be stopped short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown time.
We've seen this guy do it time and time again throughout his college football career. On critical down and distances, he shows up for his offense. He did right there on 4th and goal.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. A lot of we are's inside that stadium today. Penn State is running away with things, and that offense looks unstoppable. They're up 14 over Iowa. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Turning it on.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the 2nd half and start making some plays.
The Wildcats back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Oh, they're after him. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Handoff from the gun. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. They didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Kentucky trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st down from the 11. Looking downfield on 1st down. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky!
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. From inside the 10. And he loses the ball deep in his own end.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught behind the line. It's driving. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Alabama pushing the tempo. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it.
There he goes! Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just chews up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. They've converted twice on fourth down so far. Will they make it three? Going for the marker on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Alabama quickly back to the line. Third down play from the gun. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
From the gun to give, looking for room. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. So the offense will go for it around midfield. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So first down, we'll open up the final period. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Steps away to find some room. Finds a man on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Back to pass on second down. Working the middle. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's driving. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. He's got an open man. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Bama! A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense has struggled, and you're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
Lining up to add another. Bangs it through for an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 32 over Iowa. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Avila. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Puts it out of the air. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Alabama pushing the tempo. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lindsey. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And, man, is it nice just to have this guy right here. Like, give him the football, and they're going to give it to him early, and they're going to give it to him often. And a lot of times we see, man, late in the games, just like right here, he makes those big plays, wears down the defenses, and he is a handful late.
Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
it.